Hi everyone. Today I want to start with a smile for you, but I'm finding it very hard to do because this weekend we lost another young man from our community to suicide. We've lost way too many recently. Have you noticed? Have you heard? Well, if you haven't, I'm bringing this to your attention because what's happening in our world is definitely affecting everyone. And I want to bring some hope and some help to you today about what I do and how my life turned around and how things can turn around for you or someone that you might know. Please share this video if you find that it's been helpful to you. I don't know how many of you believe in God, but right now we have to believe in something. So for years, every morning I wake up and I do read my Bible. And then I say my prayers, and then I have a notebook and I write to God thanking Him for the day. But then I say, Terry, shut up and just listen. And then I write everything that comes in my mind to listen to. And usually it is so inspiring that I'll go back and read weeks, months later what I wrote. And I say, Terry, you couldn't have written this because it just seemed above me. So today I wanted to talk to everyone about what could be happening right now. Everyone, a good share of people, are experiencing failure. This young man had a business. He had a thriving business and he was just wonderful. He's one of the last people that I would have ever expected to hear this from, which is breaking my heart. I'm sure it's breaking yours. But failure causes fear. And right now, we are filled with nothing but fear. So what can we do about it? Your character is built through fear. It's built through problems, obstacles. All of those take you to a place that you never thought you'd be. And I'm going to tell you my story. When I was young, it was always makeup. That's what I wanted. I started a company called Maderi. But yet, we all have other things besides our companies or besides our businesses. We have fears. We have anxieties. We have thoughts in our head. And I'm just going to share one with you because you might say, well, how does that have anything to do with today? Well, let me tell you, it does. I always had a fear of walking in a graveyard. I couldn't stand the thought of that at all. I didn't go to funerals or graveyards unless I really had to. I'd skip that part of it. Throughout being knocked down several hundred times in my life, I always turned to God. Well, one thing led to another, and I wanted to be a chaplain for a hospital. But because I'm not one who conforms to masks, to shots, to all of those things. So if you do, please still hang in there with me through this because you'll see the battles on the other side of it that I've experienced and faced about not wanting all those things. I just want a good life. I want a simple life. But God didn't give me that. And every day I would wake up and say, God, what is my purpose? Until one day, even recently, I woke up and I said, when you want me to know my purpose, you'll tell me. Because until then, I'm trying to earn it. I'm trying to do everything. And how did I try to do that? I tried to brand myself. Tried to start a radio talk show. I didn't try, I actually did it. Tried to have my own newspaper. Didn't just try, I did it. But so many times I'd look at myself and say, well, then why aren't you still doing those things? They were a failure. No, they weren't a failure. I took them to the point that it served what I was comfortable with. But instead of beating myself up, I keep trying new things. You keep trying new things. You have to keep trying new things. And especially right now, I think what we really need to do is go backwards a little bit and try to do some of the things we did in the past, like visiting people, calling people and seeing what help they might need, listening to what's happening, and then saying, I've had enough. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to start living my life again, because if you don't, after a while, these people are pinned into a corner. I'm actually hearing horror stories. Now, what would be worse, going back out in life and trying to live again like we used to, or staying in our fearful modes of everything that's happening in our life. Well, the reason I tell you about this situation with me with graveyards, of course, I wanted to be just a lay minister. All I wanted to do is to be able to possibly hold somebody's hand in their dying moment if they had no one else, if they were in a hospital scared. And can I do that right now? No, I can't. In fact, they wouldn't let me do it then because I wouldn't get all of my shots. I wouldn't go for x-rays. I wouldn't do any of those things. But you could walk in off the street then and visit people in the hospital. You didn't have to have your shots. They didn't ask. So what was this? Was this a Christian thing? What was this against? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not even going there right now. But I almost quit. And then I found out that I could take a course, which I did. And I did take over helping in a church here and there. In fact, a couple different church situations. And then one day, my cousin, who I love dearly, died. His family asked me to do his funeral, and I said, oh no, I'm not qualified. But you know something? I didn't know if I was qualified or not, but that fear was in me that said, I cannot go to a graveyard. I can't do this. But of course, they didn't know that it was deeper than that inside me. You don't know what's deeper inside someone else. In fact, sometimes you might not even know what's deeper inside of you. So when it came to me, I didn't see that this was God moving me from the fear and all of failures or anything that I had to the point that said, you know what, Terry? I'm getting you to talk publicly on the radio, in front of people. And if you knew me as a child in school, I was scared of everything and I was the most likely to fail. In fact, I did so many times. Well, I didn't fail the grade, but I barely passed, let's put it that way. I had no confidence in myself. I had no self-worth. What is happening to our youth today? And in fact, wait a minute, it's not just our youth. It is the older generation also that are committing suicide. God, there's only one help, people. That is God. That is moving forward with your life. Maybe you're in a slower pace and you're stuck in your home. But honestly, if you just start reading a little bit and just talking to God and asking for some help, well, all of these years just keep building up and building up to more and more. And I'm almost feeling like, what happened to my Maderi, that my business, that it's out there, and because of the government, everything that's going on in our life, it just keeps cutting and hacking and chopping at me. But you know what? I decided I'm not accepting that. And I got back out there and I'm starting to push my company again, and it's coming back to life. Your company, your business, your families will come back to life. But you have to start taking control. You need to say, I've had enough of this. Because not only have I done my one cousin's funeral, I've done many funerals since then. I have walked on many graveyards since then. God is preparing me for what still? I really don't know. Maybe it's the Make a Change Myself group that I started online that I would really love to see people in person. I would love to hear. Would anyone like to have a get-together? Let's have a coffee break. It could be in the morning. Let's have some time together and get with people who are not afraid to come out. Or if you are afraid to come out, wear your mask. What do you think about trying to get back into the real world again, people? Please, we need to help each other. There's so much more that I want to say, and I will be saying it. So if you just get on my Facebook page called Make a Change Myself, meaning make a change you, yourself. We need to help our community. We need to stop these young people and the older people, anyone from committing suicide or even thinking of it, of even suffering. Let's put them to work for a good cause that they feel worthy again. Oh God, I just pray today that you send this message out across the world to pay attention to your neighbors, to your children, to your family. Start living again and start praying to God for help if you don't know what to do. He'll show you. He showed me. I am the least likely person that I would have ever thought would be saying this to so many people. Actually, to myself. God bless you all. Get in contact with me, please. Terry, Terry, at MaderiCosmetics.com, or go join my group called Make a Change Myself. Can you help someone make a change? If you can, and I know you can, please put your 2 cents in on that page. Thank you.